Hey Sweet Aroma, it's Martha Murray, the Sweet Aroma Star Director. And first of all, I just want to wish each of you a Merry Christmas and hope you have a wonderful time with your friends and family. Take some time off to spend time with them, time for yourself as well. And but also I've been thinking about 2016 and my goals that I have for 2016 and some different things that I would like to accomplish for 2016. And so I've had some different thoughts and things, and I just wanted to share a little bit with you. And I've been thinking about the next couple of weeks, and that we'll be spending a lot of time with our friends and family, celebrating Christmas and the New Year as well. And these thoughts kind of came to my mind, and I've been reading some other books as well, and some new books. So I wanted to share some thoughts with you. And first of all, I wanted to say, of course, one of my goals is to recruit for 2016. So I was thinking about recruiting, and the word recruiting has such a negative feel to it. And I've always kind of shied away from using the word as well. I always like to use new team member instead of the word recruit. Whenever I say recruit, I think Army, and I don't like to be, I love the Army in the armed forces as well, but we are not in the Army, we are Scentsy. So that's why I like to use the word new team member. And if at all possible, I would like for you to start using that as well. And instead of saying a new recruit, maybe say you're sharing Scentsy or a new team member. So I want us to get away from recruiting and start using the word sharing. We sell Scentsy, of course. And when we sell Scentsy, we're selling memories, I feel like. We're selling memories. Scentsy evokes so many different memories with the different scents that we have. And so many people I hear at parties, at shows, always tell me when they smell a certain scent that it reminds them of their grandmother, of times growing up, newborn nursery, of course, when they had children, baked apple pie, their grandma. So many different scents do evoke memories. So when we sell Scentsy, we're selling memories. When we are trying to share Scentsy with someone or get a new team member, as I want to say, that to me, we need to share memories as well. Sometimes that's probably the number one question I get asked is, Martha, how do I recruit people? And there is no magic pill in recruiting. I feel like it is a learned process. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about that today is trying to learn that process. And the number one thing I think we need to focus on is sharing memories that we have created with Scentsy with other people. One of them, we each have different memories. So you need to focus on what your memories are from Scentsy. Myself, when I first started out with Scentsy, I fell in love with the product. And so of course, because that evoked memories for me as well, and my parents, my grandparents as well, I fell in love with the product. My daughter had caught our house on fire when she was 9 years old. She started a fire. And so of course, Scentsy was perfect for us with having children. And so those are things that I share with people when I am, and like I said, I'm just sharing that. That will evoke a relatable experience for them. They can relate to, if they have children, they do not want their house to catch on fire, or so many people's house has caught on fire, or they know people that their house has caught on fire. So that is a relatable experience. And that's what I think I want to, for you to kind of focus on, is sharing relatable experiences. When I first started selling Scentsy, it was just a little extra money. Go back to your first paycheck that you earned with Scentsy and maybe share that with people. This was the first commission that I earned with Scentsy, and what could you use with the extra $100, $200? What in your life, relate that. That's something they can relate to. What did you spend that money on your first commission? For us, it was a little extra spending money when I first started out. But 5 years down the road, almost, February 12th will be 5 years for me. It has paid our last two mortgage, home insurance, and real estate taxes. That is all rolled into one monthly payment. The last 2 months, 3 months maybe, that's what it's paid for us. So that's something that people can relate to. Will they be able to do that immediately? No, they will not. That was 5 years down the road, but that's something from the beginning I have worked up towards. And when you work hard, you can do that. And that's kind of what I'm wanting to share with you today, is relatable experiences. and when you are with family and friends over the next 2 weeks, share with them relatable experiences. It will trigger questions. They will start asking you questions, and what they're in their mind, they're thinking, how can I do this for me? So that's something that I kind of want you to think about in the next 2 weeks when you're with your friends and family. Share relatable experiences. Share things that people can relate to. Disney. Whenever you go to Disney, the reason Disney is so much money is because they are selling experiences. When you go to Disney, you have a lifelong experience of memories that you will never forget. Yes, I'm in Mississippi with my daughter right now, and it is 80 degrees outside, so a little different type of Christmas than what I'm used to down here. So the wind's kind of blowing. I'm standing outside. So many of you are in where it's cold, so I just kind of crossed my mind. But anyways, when you go to Disney, they sell memories. That's why it's so expensive to go to Disney. People are willing to pay for memories. So next couple of weeks, when you're spending time with friends and family, share memories of Scentsy. Share some of your parties. I'm sure so many of you had so many fun Scentsy parties that you can share. So many of you have earned incentive trips. Share the memories from your incentive trips with your friends and family. That's going to evoke interest with people. It's going to be something that they can relate to. Everyone wants to go on an all-expense paid vacation. Why would you not want to do that? So if you've earned one of those, share it. So many of you have attended Scentsy Family Reunion with us, and we had so much fun together at Scentsy Family Reunion. Share that with your friends and family. That's the way you're going to start building your teams, is sharing experiences, relatable stories to people. People like to relate to stories. People are emotional. So share these memories with people, and you'll start seeing your team start to grow. I wrote a few things down, so I kind of just wanted to glance over it. Another thing too, I wrote down, we are not born natural recruiters. That's not something that we are born natural to do. It is a learned trade. So I highly encourage you to go to YouTube, Google or search on YouTube direct sales recruiting. Go to look up books on direct sales recruiting. Those will change your life. Go to our workstation under the training tab. There's a lot of things on there on sponsoring and recruiting. Again, I'm trying to get away from that word. We want to build teams. We want to build team members, not necessarily recruits. So that's kind of, and when you're talking to people too, one thing I learned from one of the videos I was watching, she said, when you're kind of in this conversation of you're sharing your story, try and keep your story short. Don't make it long, of course. But ask questions. Ask them questions. Kind of seek out what they're looking for in their life. And ask them questions. And always, if they seem like they're interested, this is something they really want to do, ask the question, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Have you ever thought about doing what I do? And that question right there, when I read that, I was like, that is a great question to ask people. Get them thinking about it. This is something I want to do. Do I, if you have quit your part-time or full-time job and you are now doing Scentsy full-time, who would not want to wake up to an alarm clock every day? Yeah, you still need a set schedule, but you don't have to get up at 5:30 every day, to an alarm clock necessarily. So I asked that question, have you ever thought about doing what I do? So have a great next 2 weeks. Enjoy your time with your family. Merry Christmas to each of you. I appreciate you. I love you. I pray for you guys. I pray for our team. I count it blessed to be your star director. It's such a blessing to have each and every one of you a part of our team. I love sharing this journey with you. And share this week. Share Scentsy with people this week. Ask that question, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Bye-bye.